So the Rich Brian was whack. The Chance the Rapper was whack, man. Music needs to pick up, dude. Like, the most exciting thing I have to talk about right now is Ty Segall, for fuck's sake. Ty Segall is a garage rock / psych rock musician, multi-instrumentalist, singer-songwriter as well, and he has released a fuckload of albums, so many records under his belt, and if you are a fan of fuzzy guitars, shrieking vocals, soaring hooks, then yeah, you might enjoy quite a few of his songs. I like Freedom's Goblin. That was the previous solo album he did back in 2017. It was 70 minutes long, and I appreciate how that album felt like he was taking everything he had learned from being a musician up to that point and just putting it all in full blast, just turning it up to 11 for 70 minutes and consistently making it a pretty dynamic and exciting listen. Even though it did kind of reuse a few of the same ideas at points, it was still a pretty solid batch of songs that I would recommend if you have not heard it already. I think it's quite good. And here is First Taste, a brand new record. I think it's weird that he called it First Taste because this is offering a first taste of nothing. Musically, there is nothing this album delivers that I don't think you can get from a previous Ty Segall album. In fact, I'd actually say this is probably one of the more directionless albums he has. There are a few moments that did prick my ears up a bit. I like the way it kicks on with the track Taste. This track is one of the fuzziest and most distorted things he's ever made. It's a real out-the-gate barrage. And then there's the track The Fool, which has some seriously impressive drumming going on. There's a segment on the track where it all just gets broken down to nothing but bare drums and he's just going fucking crazy. It's quite exciting. But ultimately, this is a pretty bare bones Ty Segall album. He's not really pushing his voice to do anything particularly exciting. It's a very bland performance all around for the guy vocally. I think some of the hooks on this thing are actually quite annoying too, like on radio, and I sing them. And the lyrics are just a bit underwhelming. You know, there are some tracks with ideas behind them that I think are kind of cool. Like, take the first track, Taste. This song, the general sentiment is, if you get too greedy and indulgent, then the things that could feel special are just diluted by how much you're salivating for it. I think that's quite interesting, and it doesn't really do anything with that idea besides just make a default garage rock song. And that just happens to be what he's talking about in the song, but he never really gave me like anything to make me really think on that idea much and really hit home that sentiment in like an effective way. Or the track I Sing Them, which is a song about how he does his own thing, he sings his own songs, he is his own individual. And yeah, the hook is just like, I sing them because I'm me and I sing them. And it's just like, what kind of statement are you trying to make with these tracks, man? It's all just really disconnected and inconsequential ultimately, and I just found this whole listen a bit aimless. The lyrics on the cut Selfesteem paint a somewhat vivid picture of someone just like reliving shit from the past in their head and just kind of being insecure about it, like low self-esteem. But the music on this track is easily some of the blandest on the album. This track just doesn't go fucking anywhere. None of the riffs really excited me like that, and it didn't exactly end on fireworks with Lone Cowboy either. Which again, I appreciate this track is just about self-expressionism and just you're your own lone cowboy. You don't need no help. You can do it yourself. I dig the message, but he's just not really expounding it into anything that's really going to move me much on this album personally. And yeah, his instrument playing all over this thing is pretty tight. You know, the track The Arms I think has some really fucking sticky riffs on it, and that small little instrumental crescendo on When I Met My Parents Part 1 was quite exhilarating for the 1 minute it lasted for. So I do think at this point, this many albums deep, the guy has just got this sound to a T. He could pull it off effectively in his sleep. And that's what he does. He just effortlessly pulls off one fiery, pummeling garage rock song after another, but he doesn't really do much to separate this album from much of the other albums in his discography. So I don't really get why it's called First Taste. What is this the first taste of? Feeling a 5 on this. I don't really see what I should be going to this album for. It's not really got the most in the way of personality or charm. It's just a very bland album. So yeah, those are my thoughts on First Taste by Ty Segall. Hope you enjoyed the review. Go check this album out if you want. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know which songs you like. You know, some of these tracks are actually kind of dynamic, like Whatever, I think, had a few decent phases, but again, it never really just amounts to much by the end. Whatever, Segall, fucking Ty Segall. That's all I gotta say, so thank you for watching. Love you. Bye.